This is a Frank podcast. This Warriors Live podcast 2026, episode 33. Will Evans and Brad Larking here with you. Fonzie out sick. Still hasn't recovered. That's a bit of a worry. Been a whole week, Brad. Brought to you by Kingz Container Crew, the greatest container crew outfit on the planet. Throughout Australia and New Zealand, head to kingskontainercrew.com for your container packing and unpacking solutions. If you need devanning specialists, look no further. And if you're looking for a job with those guys, hit the Work With Us tab.
Yeah, also, we've got old PlaceMakers on board helping us with the Warriors Legends parts. They're experts in the trade since 1981. Best trade range in New Zealand. They, you know how. Can do people, aren't they? Will got the whistle? Yeah, I knew you'd have the whistle. Yeah. And also new to the show, Comfort Glaze. Comfort Glaze have got on board, and they're going to bring us helping us with the lower grades, junior teams, and next gen talent coming through. Comfort Glaze, your retrofit aluminium double glaze, and experts in both timber and aluminium, and have branches in Christchurch, Hamilton, and Auckland. So most of you buggers are covered. That's it. Where can you find them, Will?
Well, comfortglaze.co.nz for a free quote. And not only that, select This Warrior's Life in the How Did You Hear About Us section, and you get a nice little discount. So thanks to those good bastards at Comfort Glaze. It's great to have them on board. They feel like they're part of the furniture now, though, Brad. 3 weeks in. I think they're pretty well settled.
Yeah. Old stages. Boys. Yeah, it's good to have everyone on board, and good to see your mug, Will. We've been a little bit distant the last week, haven't we?
Yeah, a bit of a late Friday nighter and then a long weekend. Been somewhat out of touch, but good to be back on the back of another win. 32-6 over the Tigers, dirty old Campbelltown Friday night. Scrappy affair, but convincing in the end. Nice to concede just the one try. Bit of a sketchy one too, and pile on a few ourselves and get back in the winner's circle. Set sail for a top 2 finish.
Yeah, a scrappy one. I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it. I shat myself a little bit when we're at 14-0 up early, and then memories of a game earlier in the season where we're at the same point early doors, and then only to get run over. And then they got that tsunami set down the field, and a bit of an oopsie daisy in the in goal. I thought, oh shit, here we go. But no, once we went 20-6 up, I was stoked. How's that Campbelltown crowd? It's like a computer generated crowd. You just hear this dude going.
There was you don't hear it that much these days, but you catch someone absolutely going off within the earshot of the crowd,
and they sound as miserable as the place looks, eh?
But good on them for turning up, because their team absolutely stinks, and you can't overlook that. When reviewing that result, they are playing terrible footy. They are in turmoil. Jerome Luai on the way out. Breaking news in the last hour or so. Looks like he is going to go to Parramatta next year. What a shambles. So I think we did, but they were desperate though, and it was a bit of a banana skin game. We're both worried about it a little bit, so I thought it was a good, and especially after that shaky second half to the first half, that we got the job done. It was a very cruisy watch in the second half. Could have piled on a lot more points, and with those 12 line breaks, 12 season high.
Isn't it good to see a Warriors team tearing someone to shreds? Like, we definitely lacked. Yeah. It was almost every time someone made the break, it was in the wrong hands. You get poor old Jake Laban trying to sprint 80. It was a bloody good game. I enjoyed that momentum change again at the 20 minutes. Sort of the first drop of substitutes, isn't it? It seems to be a bit of a momentum drop, but I think that will fix itself with the cattle we're getting back in the next couple of weeks. But they did. Tigers sort of come at us a bit there for a good 10, 15, but we just done them again.
Off nicely. Now, good friend of the show, Simon, was a bit his very late salty entry. He didn't win, but he was a little bit salty that we created so many chances and made so many line breaks, but weren't able to finish them off. And I kind of had that feeling as well during watching it. that we could have won by 50 or so. Fonz, he's reported in. He can't talk, but he can type. He's zigging while others are zagging as usual. But he said lots of talk about how he didn't convert chances on Friday, which is true. But a better problem than not having created those chances, which has been more often the problem since SJ retired. So yeah, that's a good point from Fonz, and certainly be happy to see us pouring through holes and attack struggling, and good to see us breaking out of our own half, which is not something that's been a trademark even during SJ's last couple of years. So
I originally I was a little bit pissy during the game, especially in that low period, and we were leaving a couple of points out there. But at the end, I don't think this team, how deep we go, we're not known for our potency, really, are we? Like, I think a potent attacking weapon. We're a defensive grinder if you're still standing with us at the end of 80 type of team, isn't it? So I think they almost got caught by surprise getting out in the open like that. But they did remedy it. That try, the Healy try, that was beautiful, backing up on that. So once they got into the rhythm and got used to it, that try was epic. Yeah,
that was very nice. Fonz again adding, if we're going to go close to winning this, it's going to be off the back of having middle dominance, a 3-4 bench plus Healy with back rows providing the strike that the centres lack. And we definitely dominated through the middle. 49% possession, but we had 500 more running meters. Our average set distance was 43.7, which is fairly high. Tigers just 31.3. So an absolute landslide in that department, and it is where if we're going to win it, it's going to be through that. No Barnett as well on the weekend, and no Jackson Ford still. So great signs for this. I guess I wouldn't say second tier middle contingent. Great to see James Fisher-Harris back. I thought he picked up where he left off after a month out. He was superb.
Yeah, their shoulders, those first couple of sets in defence, Fisher-Harris, Clark, and Stowers, their shoulders were set for the game. They were hitting hard and with venom, especially that first set. There was a couple of shots in the very first set, and it's usually, you always know when you're in for a good defensive night, sometimes that first set, and they were hitting hard in that. I also liked Lecker's game. Like, he almost knew he was only getting the 30 minutes, and Jesus, he was purposeful out there for that 30.
Tore in. You got a bit of a generator going there,
it's my compressor, my new compressor. Shall I turn it off?
No, it's all right. I could only just hear it a little bit when it started up, and then it blocked it out.
It's because I'm bloody tradie, mate.
Yeah.
Soul of the earth, mate. Just, I'm here ripping shit up and cutting timber and that when I'm not on a podcast. Sorry about that.
No, all good. A few comments here, Brad. I'll pump them out while I've got the chance. Zan saying he was out at Campbelltown on Friday. Christ, what an absolute shithole. No wonder Fonz left that place in the rearview mirror. Yeah, did look a bit rough. And Ricky has said, Timmy from Bloke in a Bar, who's a Tigers fan. I thought he was a Raiders fan. No. Says the ground announcer's trying to G up the crowd that night. Yeah, tough gig. Di Henwood, great to see you here. Hope you're well, Di, mate. Thought there was a lot of drop ball. We should have held on to, error prone. I think we completed at 70-something%, which is, we're just about the best in the comp. The Tigers out-completed us. Full respect to Leotawa for keeping the Tigers in it. Yeah, he had a couple of rough moments, certainly behind the post there, but I thought overall Ali we'll get to it in a bit, but Ali put in a couple of dusty moments, but I thought there was a fair bit of intent. Good try. Another
a bit more energetic, didn't he?
Alex saying what a great balance of experienced players leading the way to young players finding NRL defining form. They do have the balance there. Obviously, Jacob Laban, unbelievable. Best on the ground for the Warriors second week in a row, and he's just about been close to their best for the last month straight. And a workhorse, but now finding line breaks. He's a threat in the air. He's just looks so much more confident and at home in the second row there, and what a weapon he's going to be for this year.
he must be really shortening for the Kingz Container Crew Player of the Year.
Yeah, he will be coming right into contention. A few of the front runners, obviously, suffering some injury breaks. Fisher Harris, Ford, obviously, is probably ruled out now with that 10-week absence. No Tanner Boyd, obviously. So, yeah, he's a smoky. Don't
let him know, though. Don't let him know.
No, I don't want it. Yeah, I don't want it upsetting his form. So
put that pressure on him as well. Yeah.
Kurt asking if our discipline was worse. It certainly was. 6 set restarts to 1. And yeah, it felt like that out there. The set restarts thing not quite working in our favour as it did in the first couple of months of the season.
Tell you what, that Bunty Simbin worked in our favour though.
Yeah, it certainly did. A couple of tries while poor old Bunty. Geez, that was just out of the blue. I don't think I've ever seen him do anything like that, and he did it to his old mate. Now, that leads us nicely into the no ugly, salty moment of the week, Brad. Getting our admin done early.
Shit,
yeah. No ugly makes scientifically formulated functional beverages, and no ugly salty is their newest cab off the rank. It's a replenishing isotonic hydration drink. 500, you can see them behind me there and behind Brad there. 500 ml cans, clean, still, and balanced. Great for after a workout. How are you getting through those, Brad?
It's a full silo. It's a silo. I'm chipping away, mate. Chipping away. One in the truck each day when I go to work. No, they're good. Just, still can't get over how fast they hydrate me. But, maybe another, I'll catch up soon.
The reason we
What's the salty moment anyway, Will?
Yeah, the salty moment. So we're giving away a case of these every week to someone who sends in their salty moment of the week. And Garen, he was so quick off the mark with this, entering this, that he was just about unbeatable. It was almost like he preempted Bunty doing something crazy and sending this in. It was within seconds of him heading off to the bin. So Garen wins this week's case of no ugly for the salty moment of the week. And yeah, it was a doozy. Just absolute clean chance up. I thought he might have to leave the field, but he recovered and did a fairly good game. Chance on the flank. But yeah, Bunty just all fired up. It was obviously kind of surplus to requirements at the Warriors, and he's forced his way into the Tigers team. First game against his old mates, and a bit of a blow. Really did change the game. I guess it felt like we were going to steamroll them anyway, but the way the rest of the first half unfolded, it probably was a bit more crucial than that.
Yeah, definitely. Poor old Bunt. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Stays on the field, eh?
Yeah.
They're all cuddling and getting photos and that together afterwards, yeah. Did I hear his missus and kids are still in New Zealand?
Oh, I don't know. Are they?
I don't know. The way they talk about I don't know. Nah.
Because he was one of the ones that went. No, he was ruled out for the entire 2020 COVID year, so he wasn't even over there in the first place, ACL. If you've got a salty moment this week, send her through, and you've got a good chance of winning that case. Case of 12, by the way. So 12 500 ml cans. Nothing to sneeze at. RRP $50. So thanks to the team at No Ugly. Thanks to the team at No Ugly for putting this prize on for us every week. Get your entries in. Brad, any other standouts? The Kingz Container Crew player ratings, Jake, as you mentioned, firming for player of the year potential. Jacob Laban 8.5, topped the poll, but we had several 8s. Aaron Clark, James Fisher Harris, as we already talked about, the early try. Aaron Clark, huge work rate and good impact. Later on, a couple of tries, the first and last.
Because he's been quiet for him the last couple of weeks, hasn't he? I
just getting through his work. But yeah, nice to see him pop up in that playmaking role a bit more. Khan Pereira, after a couple of games out, great return, 2 tries, another line break. He just keeps doing it. And 154 meters. So not known as a yardage winger, but he gets stuck in despite his modest frame, and just loving him. I was high on him before he turned up, and I'm stoked for how it's working out for him. Second quickest Warrior in history to 10 tries. Only the 9 games. Phil Blake holding that record. 7 games for the foundation fullback.
Little far out, you greedy
Yeah,
little man. He created one of the highlights of the game for me was him bringing the ball out of back play. He ended up getting tripped up and stuck in beside Tau Picky there. But that was pretty cool seeing him a broken line and just beating him with pace, weaving him around. Yeah, it's just things we haven't seen out of Warriors teams for the last few seasons that we're starting to get a glimpse of again. No, he had a great game.
Yep. I thought Tane was very good at the back again. Tamati Martin just keeps, producing those moments. I thought for the most part he was maybe a little quiet, and then he had that nice try assist for Leotawa. Ended up with 4 line break assists, and a great hand in that last try to Healy as well. So Tamati just keeps on cementing that number 7 jersey.
Thinking of Leotawa, and a moment that sort of disappeared into the game that I remembered today. How was the hair pull from Luai?
Roman.
Just grabbed it. He's like, whoa. He almost went to grab on with the second ham and sort of shimmy up him to his head. But that was odd. I'm glad nothing happened of it because it was pure reflex. Was it me and you ever talking about NFL where if your hair's below the name on the back of your jersey, it's actually then considered part of your uniform?
Fair game.
Yeah. That's out of it.
Yeah, maybe. Fair enough. But yeah, we have seen that penalised. It didn't get the penalty the other night. So,
What do you think's happening tonight? Any changes?
Yeah, we'll have Kurt Capewell and Mitch Barnett back. I would say that would mean we've got no. That would mean Nukore and Eddie dropping out of the 17, which, a good problem to have. Eddie's been pretty good, I think, in his last couple of outings, filling in at centre and good work rate the other night. Nukore only 25 minutes the other against the Tigers. There was a question in here asking if he's played his last game for the club, potentially. If we don't have any more injuries, I think it's fairly well established now that Nukore is a depth player.
Especially with Ford still to return as well. He's in deep.
Matthew Brown asking, and Dallin, you'd think is a chance to return, and are we assuming that Chance is the one to drop out, and if so, or to lose out on a wing spot, and if so, is he a chance of going back into the centres? It was a failed experiment earlier this year, but he has played well in the centres previously. So, Alex asking it. We'll talk about in the Comfort Glaze Lower Grade report later on. Smokey of Jai into centre scored a scorching individual try.
Jesus,
in New South
how's
Wales
that?
Cup.
He's apologising for spelling Linane wrong. I mean, he spelled. Put that back up there. Look how he spelled. Sorry if I spelled it wrong.
So that is a mess.
I thought it was friggin' Spanish or something at first. I was like, Soleil? What the hell?
Although I can't really talk, I put it up, said it was Alex. It's actually Axel. So I've got my.
We're all
having a shocker.
Yeah. Thoughts, love Jai Linane, and we will touch on him later. But that solo effort in the weekend was something incredible to see.
Yeah, absolutely magic. Mike Harrison, good friend of the show. When was the last time we actually had an out-and-out speedster? Do we have to go all the way back to Lee Odenrun? Just asking for a mate. I think we've had probably not your absolute top tier, but we've had a few. Justin Murphy was very quick. Manu had some top-end pace once he got there. Took him a few seconds. Wasn't quite it's quick off the mark. Johnson, elite, and particularly before his broken ankle. But it has been some time, and we've been waiting for genuine electric pace for probably a decade. And Loffy definitely provides that. It is, and Jai Linane would too if he comes in.
Harry beat those 2 Tigers players over 5 meters in the weekend to get to the corner. Like they were closer to him than he was to the corner, and he gapped them within 5 meters. Yeah, it's a bit of a talent. He's just going to sniff around. It's going to be an interesting battle. What rolls in round 1 next year? He's doing a lot of good for his name at the moment. That kid.
Well, I honestly, if it he keeps playing like this until the end of the season, however the season unfolds, it's hard to justify Warbrick getting the start ahead of him for round one.
He must average 6 points a game, just about.
Yeah, well, it's 64 tries in 63 NRL games, and that sounds very good, but historically it is, he's one of only a handful to play that many games and be ahead of one try a game.
So, if only knee just didn't give me that little bit of jip.
Could have been you, Brad.
This could have been so different for old B-Rad, man.
Fonz has a few thoughts on this week's team before we're about 10 minutes away. Looks like we have the full pack available this week other than Ford. Fonz is interested to see how we go when the starting middles are off. We dipped a bit last week, as you touched on, Brad. Probably be less pronounced this week with, would assume, Tannerstow-Smith being first change. He's assuming Webster will stick with Pompey. Fonz would, but he must be an outside chance of a Linane call-up. Might see him on a 6-man bench. Yeah, I feel like it has to be something to force his hand, an injury, in-game injury or suspension or something like that. I don't quite know. And I didn't think Pompey was... It was an improvement again from Pompey, from an absolute shocker against the Dolphins, but it was.
But again, we talked on the phone over the weekend, and what we were seeing other centres around the competition do in a game, we're not getting that. Or very rarely, not compared to what the Cowboys are getting from these young centres. They're littered, and I don't know if we can carry two Pompeys. And at the moment, Leotawa is probably my favourite Pompey.
Robert Toy is one, and we, there's this notion that it's the hardest position to master, and 50 games you need to really hit your straps. Well, Toya was a rookie last year, and he's played half a dozen Origins, and he just handled it easy. Tolu Kola, absolutely brilliant. But that guys do exist that hit their straps immediately. And
I just think Webster's plan, knowing how he loves to slow play a player, I'm picking he's told Linane, you just kick the shit out of New South Wales Cup for the season and you'll play first grade next year. I don't know. He keeps bringing him in. He's got to give him a go at some stage. He keeps bringing him into the environment, putting him on that, in the squad anyway, game, in the team name. What do they call that? That first initial, I got cramp. Yeah. It's all those bloody press-ups you got me doing, mate.
Yeah. How's your press-up regime going?
I'm sticking to it. To it. Now, it's the first thing I've ever stuck to exercise. It's only a week. Shouldn't really be celebrating anything, but that's the longest I've ever done exercise consistently. I had a few Saturday. I had a few Friday night in the shed. So I was going to do it, and I just got carried away watching footy and a couple of beers. So I only got 20, so 80. That was a big day Saturday. I had to punch out 80. So 50 a day for 7 days now. Anyone want to join me?
Yeah. Start a revolution. Fonz has also said with Capewell back, we'll see Lecker play the impact edge role again. So back off the bench. We could add some strike on this run home. Yeah, Laban has to start. Absolutely. What a luxury to have Lecker coming off the bench. Outside chance of a centre role for Lecker as well. But love him coming off the bench if we can get the most out of him during his time on there. Don't just bring him out there and sort of waste him, make him go looking for it. Got to use him.
If there is a change at centre, I'm picking Webster will go off the chance, especially that didn't help Pompey last week, him starting to stray some kicks as well. It was sort of one thing helping him, like one finger holding on to this grip of the team at the moment, and then that strayed him as well. So I don't know. I can't say, I don't know. I don't know, man. Hey, stop asking me, Will. I don't know, bro.
Okay. Interesting to say. Well, I think it was a bit of a twinge why he gave up the duties to Chanel, who slotted some nice goals. I'm a big Chanel fan in terms of goal kicking. I'm also a big Tane fan. Not so much a Pompey fan. He just almost looks too relaxed. His percentage is all right, but I don't know. I don't know if he's really grasping how important it is.
Isn't it a problem? Because with mates, chill. I love chill dudes. Sweet. But with my footy team, this chill, relaxed dude sort of gives me the yips a little bit out there. It's out of it. He's so lackadaisical and just stabs away at it. Poor old Pompey. Time could be up, maybe. Who knows? Where did this chat even come from? Just because we're shooting.
Everyone's piling on in the comment section here. Some of it can't be broadcast to the wider public.
Whoa. Who are they having a go at? You or me?
No, just Pompey.
So
many people are done with him.
We're talking about his football ability in this arena at the moment and nothing personal about the dude.
Great guy. He's super popular, and I think that is part of the issue.
He's a real good
beloved
bastard
within the squad. And defensively, I thought he did have some shaky moments, even though it didn't really cost us any points on the weekend. But it does look susceptible at times. Leotawa, good to see, didn't shoot out of the line at all this week, which he's done several times to cost tries. But they do seem like an accident waiting to happen still.
IMPO, I think you don't lose anything having Linane there over Pompey. I don't think Linane's going to do anything worse than Pompey does at the moment. You know what I mean? And there's far more opportunity to actually have someone. Watch that highlight of his try on the weekend, people, and you can see what possibility. And he does it on the regular. He beats the line. He's strong. He looks smart. Yeah. But there's something special in this Linane, and I don't know if Webster will slow play him or what.
And not even a noted centre. That's the exciting thing for the future with Linane. I mean, we'll talk about him again shortly, but he's a 5'8", and he could be unbelievable for this team. We talked about Metcalf, and his running game and his strike, and that was sort of his biggest attribute. We could have Linane at 5'8", before too long, next year or whatever, and some with another yard or two of pace, probably a bit more robust, and just a young talent ready to just rip the competition apart. So
I completely forgot about his 5'8" abilities. Good luck. Good luck, matey. Enjoy the Dragons. What is it? T minus what? 3 minutes.
Yeah, you get that.
Should we do a weather report before team naming? I've got a bit of a weather report if you need that.
Eastland Plumbing Gas Fitting is agreeing with you. Ryan's a bit glass half empty on Linane. He could play NRL and be bad too. Well, we don't know until he actually does. So we do know that Pompey can be bad.
That's confirmed.
Geez, it's really lighting up in the comments section here.
Touch the nerve here.
Yeah.
He does.
We've got
Joe Payne.
Shannon Griffiths and Ryan sticking up for Pompey, but we'll see.
I know what he's. Have you seen that fat Pommy dude watching like gymnasts on TV?
Oh yeah.
And then when they fail on the thing, what a loser! It's tough. I just think I don't think Pompey's absolutely terrible, but I just think Janine. Jai Linane's better at the moment.
Ryan asking how's he been bad. Go and watch that Dolphins game again, mate, and report back.
It's that what other people are doing. I don't know. I'm just about tired of the experiment. And probably why I can stomach Leotawa is because his best is pretty awesome, and if you can get that often enough, then that's great. Pompey's ceiling is, I think, not particularly high. So, Ryan, he's really starting to wind me up now. You're comparing a player in Cup to NRL. Yeah, I know, but Linane hasn't had his chance. Why? Because he hasn't played NRL. We never play him in the NRL. Pompey is putting in some patchy performances in the NRL. That generally leads to you getting dropped. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll see him named again. Pompey I thought he was actually. I reckon he'll be named. It wasn't even us that came up with
and
that.
I actually don't think Linane will get named this year.
Nah, not at all. He won't play this year. I think
injury.
Webby's got him as a project. I like what he does, and I think they'll keep Leatawa over Pompey if there's any centre changes at the moment.
Yeah, it's a good point. If there was one to drop out, but I think like Tamati and
because it started with Chance shifting in there because if Dallon's available.
Yeah, to a lesser extent, the Tamati Metcalf battle, they've that's too deep into the season, I think, to be making any elaborate changes.
Metcalf did play good.
Yeah, good New South Wales Cup game. We'll come to that one. Brad, the team lists are out. So do you want the week off? Do you want me to jump back in?
Yeah, you go for it, mate. Sorry, I haven't got it open here. I'm just sitting. I usually have it on the phone. 6 o'clock. Here we go.
I did enjoy your efforts last week, though, Brad, as did everyone else. Tane Tuapiki at the back. Dallin Watini-Zelezniak is back, and Lofi Camperera keeps the other wing spot. Ali Leatawa and Adam Pompey stick with them in the centres. Sean Harris-Davida and Tamati Martin in the halves. Forward pack, James Fisher-Harris, Wade Egan, Mitch Barnett back from Origin, Kurt Capewell back from Origin, Jacob Laban, Aaron Clark. As expected, the bench of Sam Healy, Tanner Stiles-Smith, Dimitrik Vaimonga, Leka Halasima. A couple of forwards on the 6-man bench at this stage. Eddie Itamea-Tava and Marata Nukore, the two players to drop out of that bench with our Origin boys back. Reserves, Chance Nickel-Klodstad, Luke Metcalf, Makai Tafua. Yeah, interesting to see. I guess there's a lot of shuffling between now and game day, but you'd think that Metcalf is coming onto that 6-man interchange. Everyone's playing at home this weekend, so no travel factors in amongst that.
You just saved me a search. I was literally searching to see where New South Wales Cup was playing, so they are both Go Media as well.
And the next day, Trust Arena in Auckland, those games are. But Saturday. No, it is on. Is it all on Saturday? We'll get to that, Brad.
How you getting on there, bro?
Yeah.
You get that sorted?
Got a few plates spinning here, mate. Yeah, I would actually think Chance and Metcalf would be the players to come onto the 6-man bench. Very interesting to see if they actually play New South Wales Cup, but particularly Chance, if he doesn't get any sort of run in NRL.
I'm fine with that team.
Yeah, no,
that's what I thought it would be. The forward pack's a nice little rotation.
Absolutely as expected. Yeah, Dallin back, Chance out, Barnett and Capewell back. Massive positive. That is the strongest team we can name, I believe. Notwithstanding some, possible centre options, but I don't think that was actually on the cards at all.
No, it was just seeing if they were going to try and shoehorn Chance in there that got that combo. Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, nothing too outrageous there at all. It's nice. This is going to firm up. It's going to be interesting this weekend. Fonz touched on it. I finally noticed something Fonz did with that first drop substitution interchange thing. I think now this is when that changes. You're bringing on a Stiles-Smith. No disrespect to Vaimonga, and I think who was the other one first drop last week?
Eddie. I think Eddie was coming in as a middle replacement.
And you just notice, but I think this is where that's going to start righting itself. Nicely balanced. Shit, that's a bench. Look at the state of that.
Yeah, and this is, with Ford still out. Geez, someone's going to be unlucky to miss out finals time if we're at full strength.
Who's that going to?
Well, I mean, I guess it's a shootout between Stiles-Smith and Vaimonga, and the TSS Earnslaw has made up some big ground. Vaimonga was pushing for a start at the start of the year. But
that is tough.
As I said, good problems to have. The Dragons still in last spot on the ladder, showing a bit more fight.
They have
these days. So they shape as easy beats, but they're showing a bit more backbone. Their last start, a 24-10 winner over the Tigers, their second of the season. Prior to that, they'd been actually pretty gutsy in losses, away losses to Canberra and Newcastle. Very unlucky in both, I thought. So, yeah, and that win against the Brisbane not too far before that. They lead Cronulla at halftime. So that's a nice little string of 5 games for a team that started 0-11. So, yeah, interestingly, it's Luke Metcalf's new team. So we'll see.
A couple I like in there. I like that centre. Is it how do you pronounce fake that fight?
Matt Fiange. He's got
Fiange.
He's got a brother as well, Max. I think they're twins, aren't they?
I like them, and everyone likes these Couchman boys. Have been a great find for the Dragons this year. Geez, they're going to be good to keep the into around to build a team around. There's things growing there, but I'm not too worried. As long as we just dispatch them like we did the Tigers.
Yeah, no, it'd be good to put them away back at Mount Smart. We haven't had a lot of Mount Smart games lately.
No.
We lost our last one to Cronulla there, which was our first game at Mount Smart in a couple of months. So, no, it'd be really nice to ram home that advantage. And again, there's only a couple of games before we get those last 2 at home. So, really want to make this one count. But it does shape as another banana skin game. We've got all these games against teams that are struggling that we should win. Tigers last week, Dragons this week, the following week, Bulldogs away, but they were terrible against the Raiders last weekend. And then the Titans away, which is effectively a home game for us, the way that crowd makeup is on the coast. These are 4 games that we should be winning and really setting up ourselves for top 2 or maybe even minor premiership, because at the end of that, we've got a home game against the Panthers. That if that's a 4-point swing, then that puts us really in the frame. But really,
what were we off to? I would have loved to have gone to that Penrith one. Geez, that's a game, eh? That stadium is going to be up for it that night.
Yeah, especially if we win these next few, it is absolutely going to be humming there. And I think the hype around it, there's enough hype, I think, even on the other side of the Tasman for what the Warriors can do. They are second favourites with the bookies to win the comp, into $7.75 behind the Panthers, who are $2 something. And after that, Roosters, then Sharks and Dolphins have tumbled a bit after that 66-0 loss to the Sharks.
Yeah, to be equal second with us X amount of weeks ago when we went down to them by 2 points. They've dropped to 7th, haven't they now?
Yeah, and a big dent to their for and against. They had a very good for and against. Now
it's
ours
66-0.
Yeah, ours is great. It's essentially like having an extra win. Our plus 194.
Yeah, true. That's an extra 2 points, isn't it? You're dead right.
Puts us here,
like an immunity card that you play.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're second? Nah.
And the Sharks, obviously getting a boost by punishing the Dolphins. But
Dragons.
It's all very exciting there.
Saturday night. This is not a bad time slot, eh? Because I've got kids rugby, NZT. And then I've got kids rugby prize giving. I get home about 7, so I'm straight into this little head on from a couple of big bots down the club rooms. 7:35. But what do you reckon the weather's doing in Auckland? What would you be hoping to play footy in?
I don't think traditional Auckland scrappy winter weather really suits the Warriors that much.
Oh well, do you know what? Well, do you know what? She's been a warm, and it's going to continue to be a warm week in the city of Sales. Right up till kick-off Saturday night. You've got a southwesterly coming out of the southwest at 13k, gusting to 30, but that's dying out. So come kick-off time, she's 14 degrees, still night after a warm day in Auckland. Yeah, dry week, dry underfoot, bit of a breeze, so no Adam Dewey up there this weekend. Nice. It could be in our favour. You must have some TAB odds. I'm not even going to guess them because I just don't even understand how that works. It's like stars to me. I don't understand how stars stay stationary in the sky.
$1.17 favourites we are, Brad. Dragons $5 outsiders. That line 15.5 points.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I think
That's
we should, realistically, we should be hoping for a 26 to 30 point win at home. Dragons well out of finals contention. They're just looking to play the role of spoilers at the moment. Should we run through that team quickly, Brad? Clint Gutherson, fullback. Setu 2 finally gets to play a first grade game at Mount Smart Stadium. Good on you, Setu. Tyrell Sloan on the other wing. Geez, there could be some tries in the offing for Dallin and Cam Pereira up against that pairing. As you said, Matt Fang and Valentine Holmes in the halves. Daniel Atkinson, Kyle Flanagan, in the centres. Daniel Atkinson, Kyle Flanagan in the halves. Locko Jr., Pacific Tonga, and Toby Couchman, the props. Damien Cook at hooker. Dylan Egan, Hamish Stewart, Ryan Couchman, back row. Good young back row, but they're just lacking probably a old hard head in the pack. That is a very young starting pack. Interchange Jacob Little, who has caused us problems in the past. Luciano Leilua, Josh Kerr, Jacob Halango, Moses Sully out of the team. Interesting to see him not there over Whāwhine, and Lycan King Tonga, the half backup. But yeah, we've obviously got them covered on form, and I think even on paper, man for man. Their best players are Hasback, sort of, a little bit over the hill, and their future, they're just not quite there yet, as promising as they are. So, and the halves obviously without too much to play behind and not having great seasons.
Jeez, we'll be waspy if we went down to these guys this weekend, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Shit, I tell you, imagine, like, you think it's bad at the moment, us bitching and moaning about players, and we're winning. How bad is it going to get if we start to lose to a team like this? This would be terrible. You'd have to be, it's got to be 13 plus. There's your, to get any value out of this.
Well, you're going to have to go higher than that.
Is that right?
15.5 point line. That's the where the even money is. So,
sure.
Yep. Shannon Griffiths is wanting a proper demolition job, which we probably haven't quite done. Quite a few big wins, but no, like, I don't know when the last time we really pumped someone by 50 or 60 was.
Have we not put the cleaners through anyone? Didn't we? What did we do to?
Got 40 odd quite a few times, but
yeah. Everyone else seems to be getting a 60. Like, I'll be stoked on a 60.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put $80 on Fisher Harris to get 4 tries.
Equal the premiership record for most tries by a prop. That's
there he is, Statman. Yeah, attaboy. Who was that?
Off the top of my head, I can't quite recall.
Is it an old boy?
Old geezer, yeah, way back in the day. Brad, the team list for NRLW, and didn't they have a tough loss against the Raiders?
Yeah.
So really deflating. We're talking about them as grand final contenders, and a few injuries, and it all fell apart. Gail Broughton's absence was absolutely massive for them, and she's not back this week. Stacey Walker into the centres to start. Ocean Tierney on that wing. She scored a couple of tries on debut last week. Nita Paki is at 5'8", and Arpie Nichols at fullback, but I think they switched during that game.
Yeah, she played the halves last week, and Arpie did. I thought that was because of the Broughton thing. It's good that Stacey Walker is getting in closer. She's seemed a little bit out in the cold on that wing in the weekend. And Ocean, did you see her after getting her first try? They were down by plenty, but the little chick was just so stoked with herself. You just couldn't wipe the smile. She almost didn't want to celebrate because they were down. But good on you, Ocean. That was rad. And then she, not long after, gets in for the double.
So a few other changes to that side. Shakira Baker moving back from centres to the second row. Should be better suited. Jasmine Hudawai coming in at hooker. Big fan of hers. And, Ashley Matapo from lock to prop. Maya Hilton Moana back from suspension. They play the Cowboys, and they are similar price to the Warriors men, about $1.20 or so to win that one. So
is this a good old-fashioned curtain raiser?
Yes, I think they're playing at
Sick.
Mount Smart. Yeah,
Don't get many curtain
5:15.
raisers now, eh?
Nah, yeah, it's good. So they'll be
We used to
playing
have a
at
guy on
5:15.
the coast. His nickname was the curtain raiser because if there was a party on Friday night, he'd get pissed Thursday for some reason. He'd get excited about the piss upcoming and end up pissed on the Thursday and never make it to Friday. So we just started calling him the curtain raiser.
Now, Brad, it's probably a little misogynistic of you to call the women's game the curtain raiser. I, being the enlightened man that I am, would call it a double header. But if you want to call it a curtain raiser,
I didn't see gender. I just seen a game before a game. That was a curtain raiser to me. Was double the one before the game. Double header.
Cowboys coming off a couple of heavy-ish losses, 50-4. They lost to the Broncos in round 1, and in round 2, 30-18, they lost to the Tigers. So, yeah, I think this should be a good opportunity for the weakened Warriors Wahine to get back in the winner's circle.
Yeah, no, good luck, girls. Oh, I'm looking forward to watching that then.
Yeah. Should we do a bit of Comfort Glaze Lower Grade reporting while we're at it, Brad?
Yeah, let's have a sniff around down here. Eh?
Thanks to the Comfort Glaze team for getting behind this, giving us the opportunity to put some spotlight on our other Warriors teams. But great weekend last week, 44-20 in New South Wales Cup over the Western Suburbs Magpies, 40-6 in Jersey Flegg over West Tigers. These were both on the road. Probably the story of the weekend, though, was the Jersey Flegg winger, Brandon Norris, Chuck, getting 5 tries. And there are 5 beauties as well. It wasn't just running them in. He was beating defenders, grabbing kicks, aerial finishes, the whole shebang. Geez, he looks like a prospect, Brad.
Yeah, well, I didn't see this one this weekend, but a week or two ago, I texted you asking if this kid, Chuck Norris, if Chuck was his actual name, because he caught my eye in a previous game a couple of weeks ago. He's got something about him, doesn't he? Can finish in different way, not just catching, dotting down. Stuff just gravitate to him, doesn't it? So I'm looking forward to seeing his progress.
13 tries in his last 5 games. Competition high 21 for the season. Yeah, there's a combination with Caleb
tries
Paul
in 5 games. Yeah, I don't know if I got 13 tries in 5 years.
Now they had Maui Winatana Patelesio. Him and Harry Inch swapped positions in a late change. So Maui went to 5'8", scored a try. Harry Inch at lock, so maybe a pointer to the future. He's got that big rump, old Harry Inch. You could imagine him, and he's a great defender, so you could imagine him turning into a bit of a ball-playing lock type.
Well, he's only just started playing league, so why just because he can kick is he automatically in the... Yeah. Oh, well, that's a thing to keep an eye on. See if that continues.
And he's been left for dead by Chuck Norris, but Harry Tauafiafi Iotoi, who was leading the competition's try scoring, he got another one off a magical offload from Bishop Neal. Interesting to see Bishop spending a couple of weeks in the 21s after carving up at New South Wales Cup, but maybe just avoiding a bit of burnout, perhaps, after going all the way from under 19s to New South Wales Cup and playing big minutes. So just pacing him.
No different to New South Wales Cup, them drip feeding young fellas a bit of game and then putting them down like Sir Laban and Eddie and that what happened. Who was the guy you were talking about before that? Sorry. Chuck. Did you say you got 5 tries in the weekend?
Yeah.
I missed that. We'll just edit that out after.
Cool.
Chop that. But what?
I think he can go back to send everyone else that watched it live an edited clip. Yeah. New South Wales Cup, 44-20, and some as we mentioned, Jai Lanane. That try was the highlight. Pretty good game from Luke Metcalf. Scored a good solo try. 3 try assists, I think he had 2.
Yeah.
With the boot.
Kicking, putting the ball on a dime. On a dime, some of those kicks. Yeah.
So good to see Metcalf doing what he can, doing what he needs to, should he be required. I don't think he forces his way into the team unless something untoward happened or there's a horrific form slump from our current halves. But yeah, good to see him playing decent footy if he happens to be required. Luke Hanson, good to see him back at 5'8" after a couple of weeks of fullback. A couple of try assists for him as well. And Kalis Fatialofa, a couple of tries on the fringe of first grade. He had a pretty big performance, pretty busy. Hazen Mellors as well, the fringe winger, a couple of tries, 173 metres. So, and probably the big talking point, Riley Price, son of Steve, team high 197 metres from 19 runs and 26 tackles. Started on the bench, still managed that. So, yeah, he's looks like a good depth player. I think that probably the sign that he, didn't play much first grade at the Cowboys, couldn't force his way into a Dolphins side that has had plenty of origin disruption this year. Maybe gives you an indicator of where he stands in the NRL pecking order, but certainly wouldn't let anyone down. Just a good grafter by the sounds of it. And, gets into his work. Luke Laulili, the West Tigers winger, heading for Perth Bears at the end of the year. He made his Warriors club debut, 16 runs for 143 metres, 10 tackles as well. Good band for a winger. So, good couple of club debuts for our mid-season recruits.
And I don't know if you've got it offhand. How does that? Did we end up any higher up? We were both situated 8th or 9th last week on the ladders, I think.
Yeah, and I think we inched up a spot or so, closed the gap because those teams were both ranked higher than us, our opponents. And in the 5-team final series, we're keeping ourselves in the mix. So it'd be great to see some of those teams make the finals as well. But following their progress, thanks to Comfort Glaze, you can take that to the bank. We'll be covering them every week. These cup and fleet teams. We won't just be floating in and out. We'll be and head to thiswarriorslife.com over the weekend. That Comfort Glaze Lower Grades report in text form will be there for you ASAP.
Nice, Will. And we must be just about getting close to rounding this out with a bit of PlaceMakers turn, is it?
You read my mind, Brad.
No shit.
I've gone a different tack this week, Brad.
You did mention this. So what have you done here, Will? What have you done?
Well, rather than a player, for our PlaceMakers Warriors Legend segment, I've gone to a game because it allows us to talk about a whole bunch of train spotter type ex-Warriors. And so I'm marking 10 years since a famous shorthanded victory by the Warriors, 26-10 over the Dragons. That might not sound that flash, now, but if you remember the lead up to this game at Mount Smart, it was 2016 round 9. We'd lost 42-0 to the Storm a week earlier and on the Anzac Day game. Midweek, who was it? Manu, Ben Madaleno, Bodine Thompson, Sam Lasone, and two other players who weren't in the first grade team at the time, Albert Vete and Conrad Harrell, all got busted, having an unsanctioned night out, getting on the sleeping pills and energy drinks. They were all stood down. Club's in a bit of turmoil. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck was only a couple of weeks out from his ACL, so he was done for the year. Simon Mannering, Thomas Lulawai, and Tuilola here, all unavailable. But Cappy McFadden put his foot down, said, "You blokes aren't playing this weekend." Picked a patched up team, and got the job done. We're also at the time on a 9-year losing streak against the Dragons. It was the second longest, or was the longest at the time in the club's history against any team. So it was a hoodoo and a half. And pumped the Dragons 26-10. A courageous victory. And the guys I wanted to pinpoint, Brad, you'll enjoy some of these names coming up.
I can see two faces in that picture.
Yeah, there's a couple there. Matt Orwood, he was recalled for his first game of the year. So we ended up playing in this game 5 players who would play less than 10 games in their Warriors tenures. Matt Orwood recalled for his first game of the year, and he only played a couple more. Jeff Robson, the ill-fated recruit, that was his last game before getting a mid-season release. Sean Lane, the one-game Warrior, he
is this the game he played?
This was his only game for the Warriors before finding his feet at Manly and then Parramatta. John Pallavi, recalled after more than 2 years, he'd only play a couple more games, and I think he finished with 5 NRL appearances.
Never heard of him.
Here's one of your favourites, Brad. Toff Siffley made his NRL debut in this game. He'd only play one more game for the Warriors before becoming a bit of a stalwart at Manly, one of your faves.
He is.
And just so those of you 5 that played 10 games or less than 10 games for the Warriors, and just for a bonus, Sione Lausi recalled for what would be his first game of the year, his 50th for the club, and his last game in the NRL.
Oh, shit.
So it was a real ragtag bunch, and they got the job done.
Got the done. And Gavay, is that Gavay there in forefront?
Yeah. So he'd arrived that year.
I liked him. He had so much potential, didn't he? But just it never quite happened. Yeah, I really liked his play. I was hoping he was going to be something. But remember that Matt Orwood, he was probably the Jai Linane of 20s. What year was this?
2016.
2016. He was the Jai Linane of 2016, screaming at him to get a bit of game time, but it never happened, and probably for good reason. So maybe we should just shut it down, man.
Yeah.
We know nothing.
Nah, Pompey for life. Just another sidelight to that game. David Fusitu'a is playing at fullback in the NRL for the first time. Got the 3 Dally M votes. Sean Johnson also having a good game that day, scoring a try and 2 votes. And Jake Lillyman with the Dally M vote too. Memorable game. It's one of those ones that sticks out in the memory for me, just because of all the hoopla during the week and the pressure on the club, and obviously the culture getting questioned. Remember Ryan Hoffman, the captain, coming out and sort of praising Cabby for taking that stand, and it certainly paid off. How often do you see it? Those teams that have to dump, for disciplinary reasons. Corner. That happened a couple of years earlier. The Broncos, I think a bunch of them went on a midweek drinking session, and so they stood a bunch of them down for our game against them in 2014. Lo and behold, they come and upset us. You almost want to manufacture some sort of, if you're in a bit of a slump, manufacture a bit of an off-field.
I'll just be
off-field snafu,
bodging birth certificates and birthdays and that as well, man. Whose birthday could it be this week? Get up, you got to all those hoodoos and that
extra motivation. But thanks to PlaceMakers for giving us the opportunity to shine a light on some wouldn't quite say Warriors legends, but if you played for the Warriors, you're a bit of a legend. So
no shit. Hit me with the whistle, DJ. Sweet.
Oh, very good. Have we covered everything, Brad? He's very efficient.
We've done that. It's Fonz that slows us up.
Yeah,
he's the problem.
He's been holding us back.
We miss you, Fonz. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, well,
chicken soup. Plenty of chicken soup, mate. And join us next week. Come hang out for an hour. Sweet, Will. That's
a week he's been on the fritz. Yeah, it is. It's a week Fonz has been on the fritz. Hopefully, he's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I hope he's been well looked after. Get in touch. Mark yourself safe, please, Fonz.
Yeah. To YY's, he's still hitting you up. He's still
in Japan.
They're in Japan waiting for you. You have to go back to hang out with him.
Yeah, so you have to did he message? I can't.
He hit you on Twitter. You cut Twitter.
I was on Twitter. See, there's your problem. Sorry to YY, or else I would have. I don't even think I've got the app anymore. Yeah, wrong. Sosh mad. Sorry, bruz.
It's
gonna be funny though forever. Sweet. Yeah, Japan. Right. I'm gonna go hang out with my family, chill out on the couch, and sit by the fire. Will, I don't know what you're up to. Oh, Jesus! What's going on in the kitchen there, mate?
Oh, it's all happening. Yeah. Must be dinner time. So good time to tune out. Go and hit those like and subscribe. Tell your friends.
Oh, I got a funny like and subscribe just before we shut down. Did I have something like? I got a random couple of follows. I got a follow this morning by a dude I didn't know on one of them, and I was like, must be through the pod. So I looked at the pod and checked out the number. on the pod. I was like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then I got another one this afternoon. I was like, oh, don't know, it must be through the pod. I went back and the pod had one less than it did earlier.
So he hates the pod but likes you. So
no, it doesn't mean it was him straight in and out. But yeah, anyway, on Instagram, do us a favor and get that thing jumping up a bit. It's ridiculous the speed that's not moving.
Subscribe, review on YouTube, Spotify. It all helps. Gets those algorithms cranking.
We got room for one more sticker there in the middle, I reckon.
Yeah,
we're just gonna we're gonna look like a college. Can't even think of the word for it at the moment. But anyway, yeah, sticker us up. I'm going, bro.
Yeah, sweet. Until next time, everyone. We've got a Friday beers this week, Brad. Probably return.
Yeah, we're back in now, aren't we?
8 subscribers. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
put one out, and then enjoy the game on Saturday. And we'll see everyone else next Tuesday. Until then, look after yourselves and each other.